Hello and welcome to Instablogs Global Reports. This is Sukmani with fresh updates and more citizen voices from all over the world. Stories for the day are: Pentagon declares a war against Afghan drug traffickers believed to be financing terrorism. Chinese report on possible fragmentation of India's Pak Sangha. Kenya's political parties enter talks to push through electoral reforms. And authorities in Iraq city of Jordan order slaughter of pigs on health grounds. The Pentagon has put together a list of 50 major Afghan drug traffickers believed to be financing the Taliban act of terrorism. The United States means to hunt down these drug traffickers as part of their war on terror. CJ Karim Khan from Peshawar has more on the connection between drug trafficking and Taliban insurgency within Afghanistan.
This is CJ Karim Khan on Instablogs from Peshawar. Targeting Afghan drug lords as part of the war on terror is a strategy that can best be described as better late than never. This is because the drug money rooted in the cultivation of poppy in Afghanistan and its subsequent sale as drugs is a major source of finance for the Taliban in Afghanistan. Currently, an estimated 40% of Taliban's financial means come directly from the drug business in the country. The 50 major Afghan drug traffickers, as enlisted in the US targets of war on terror, accompanies a side plan of the United States to discourage Afghan farmers at large from cultivating poppy crops. The international war against insurgency and terrorism is therefore taking a new turn in which traditional practices and means of support to militants are being considered for elimination. One can certainly expect the extension of the strategy to other countries and also anticipate the strategy's adoption for collective action on an international level.
The Indian Foreign Ministry has dismissed a suggestion by a Chinese think tank that the country should be broken up into 30 independent states. The report, written by China International Institute of Strategic Studies in July, has been dismissed by Chinese authorities as an individual position. CJ Pankaj Goswami from India says that the proposal underlies Chinese fear regarding India become one of the world's strongest economies in the coming future.
This is citizen journalist Pankaj Goswami reporting from India on Instablogs. It is apparent that the Chinese are increasingly getting jittery about India's growth next door in spite of all our internal problems and terrorist attacks. Hence now they have started encircling India with the string of pearls strategy. Right from Pakistan to Sri Lanka, Nepal, Myanmar, Bhutan, Bangladesh, it has been successful in trying to develop strategic relationships with these countries, which happen to be our neighbors. Going to the ground reality, China has a fear that India will become one of the world's strongest economies in the coming future. China will never be able to take this. In order to establish its supremacy in South Asia, Chinese think tanks are deliberating over alternate measures of breaking up the country into smaller states. Our faith in the unity of Indian Federation has only strengthened post-independence. Let the Chinese try.
Kenya is facing a defining moment as the country tries to dust off its messed political flanks by trying to implement electoral reforms suggested by the Kriegler Commission in order to ensure a smooth conduct of general elections in 2012. CJ Rose Wangyewi states the reforms would revolutionize elections and largely eliminate rigging.
This is Rose Wangoi, a citizen journalist from Kenya, reporting on Instablogs. The National Conference on Electoral Reforms kicks off in search of solutions to the electoral system, whose process could not withstand the pressure of the 2007 elections. We can only remain optimistic that the country will not go through the bloodbath witnessed last year, particularly targeted at addressing structural weaknesses of the electoral system. The reforms identified by the Kriegler Commission require a review of the electoral system and an overhaul of its entire process and infrastructure. Kenya has now decided to follow the footsteps of India by adopting electronic voting, which, if adopted, would revolutionize elections and largely eliminate rigging. With political will, Kenya could soon join India, the world's largest democracy, with over 700 million registered voters.
Health officials in Jordan have decided to slaughter 500 pigs within 2 weeks in 2 farms located in Iraq city on health and environment grounds. CJ Wad Abu Zurek has more on the story from Jordan.
This is Wad Abu Zurek reporting for the Instablogs from Jordan. A senior official reported that around 500 pigs in 2 farms located in Iraq city in Jordan are to be slaughtered within a period of 2 weeks. The decision is explained in that the 2 farms have ignored health and environmental regulations and have been doing that since 2005. The farmers were given a deadline to abide by health and environmental regulations. The deadline was March 2009, but no action was taken, all of which raised concerns, especially that there have been recent deaths in those farms, which highlighted the bad circumstances those pigs are being kept in. The farms are obviously posing a danger to health and environment, and maybe part of the action being taken now has to do with the recent spread of swine flu in Jordan. But 500 pigs have to pay the price of the farmers stalling, and authorities extended deadlines.
If you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be your choice. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's all for today's show. We'll be back with fresh updates and more citizen voices. Till then, it's goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.